Hello children, and welcome back to another MCQ on the face of it. It's part 3 out of the 4 parts. So let's begin. This is from again chapter number 6, Vista for class 12th. How far is Derry's house from Mr. Lamb's? Options are 4 miles, 2 miles, 3 miles or 1 mile. Answer to this is 3 miles. Let's go to the next one quickly. One side of Derry's face was darker, burnt by acid, marred by scars or had spots. So we know it very well, children. The Derry's face was burnt by acid on one side. Derry felt Mr. Lamb said funny things, profound things, sad things or peculiar things. And children, you'll have to remember, Mr. Lamb said peculiar things as per Derry. If Derry did not go back, he was scared. He would never go anywhere in the world again. Mr. Lamb would not let him in, or he would not be able to pick crab apples, or Mr. Lamb would make other friends. And children, if Derry did not go back, he was scared that he would never go anywhere in the world again. That's the reason he went back. Let's go to the next question. Derry entered Mr. Lamb's garden he walked in through the open gate. He went in by climbing through the window, or by climbing over the wall, or he just walked in stealthily. So I think everybody knows about the answer. Mr. Lamb's garden, Derry entered by climbing over the wall. Derry did not like being with people because he was a shy boy. People reminded him of his ugliness. People repulsed him, or he was deformed. And children, Derry actually did not like being with people because people reminded him of his ugliness. That's the one reason. Derry was afraid that Mr. Lamb would find his face hard to forget, repulsive, unusual or boring. Again, an easy one. Derry thought that Mr. Lamb, that he was afraid that Mr. Lamb, after seeing his burnt acid face, would be repulsive. Find his face repulsive. Mr. Lamb believed that Derry wanted to turn back because he had been caught. He had something to hide. He was ugly, or he was afraid of Mr. Lamb. So Mr. Lamb believed when Derry climbed over the wall and entered the garden, he wanted to turn back. So Mr. Lamb believed that Derry wanted to turn back because he was afraid of Mr. Lamb. Mr. Lamb asked Derry to stay back and discuss his problems, help him in plucking crab apples, talk to him, or hear birds sing. Again, an easy one if you've read the chapter. Mr. Lamb asked Derry to stay back and help him in plucking crab apples. Dash blew up Mr. Lamb's leg. A gunshot, an accident, a bomb, or a splinter. Again, an easy one you will have to remember. A bomb blew up Mr. Lamb's leg. Why does Derry begin to weep in the end? Out of relief as had managed to come. Mr. Lamb did not want him. His mother prohibited him from stepping out of doors, or Mr. Lamb was dead. And children, Derry began to weep in the end in the story because of Mr. Lamb was dead. A sad situation for him. No one liked to look at him. This made Derry suffer from bitter hatred for the world, a desire to die, a callous attitude, or lack of self-regard. So children, when no one liked to look at Derry, started suffering from inferiority complex and lack of self-regard. So correct answer is lack of self-regard. Why was Derry startled on seeing watchdog? There were many people. He was caught, or by Mr. Lamb's presence. Again, it's a repeat question from the previous part. So when he climbed over the wall and went to the garden, he was startled or shocked to see Mr. Lamb straight away there. So by Mr. Lamb's presence. Mr. Lamb made cookies with honey, pie with honey, cake with honey, or toffee with honey. So we know it. Mr. Lamb made toffee with honey. Mr. Lamb changed the subject and started talking about his tin leg, Beauty and the Beast, bees singing, or apple picking. And children, it's very easy one. Mr. Lamb changed the subject and started talking about apple picking because it was the apple garden. Mr. Lamb claimed he had no friends, a couple of friends, 2 or 3 friends, or hundreds of friends. So we know Mr. Lamb claimed he had hundreds of friends. He was very popular. Why did Derry enter Mr. Lamb's garden? He wanted to see the bees, he wanted to see the flowers, he wanted to steal crab apples, or out of curiosity. So actually, Derry was curious to see Mr. Lamb's garden. That's why he entered. So out of curiosity. The boy's name is, but he prefers the Doreen, but he prefers Durham, but he prefers Dennis or Derek. So we know the boy's name is Derek, but he prefers Derry. Derry's family has been living in that house for only 5 months, 3 months, 4 months, or 2 months. And children, you will have to remember this one. Derry's family has been living in that house for only 3 months. Let's go to the next one. And that brings to the end of the third part of MCQ, last question. And children, if you're liking these videos, please do subscribe, like, and share. And I wish you all the very good luck and best wishes for your life and exams. Mr. Lamb had no window panes at the windows, barricades at the windows, lovely curtains at the windows, or no curtains. So we know it. Mr. Lamb had no curtains at the windows because he wanted to have guests.